What happens when a wife makes more money than her husband? Does it mess up the marriage or does it make the marriage better? Well, recent studies show that this dynamic can cause a lot of issues. Some women become more controlling when they're the primary breadwinner, and some men feel insecure or even resentful and start questioning their role as the head of the house.
Hi, guys. Today we want to talk about family and money. There is this mentor, motivator, man of God, and he is on Facebook. Just a brilliant servant of the Most High God, great family coach. He's talking about family and money. What happens when a wife or the woman makes more money than a husband? Is respect still there? Does the man still wear the trousers? Just because she is the one bringing bacon home, does the role change? If she is the one bringing the huge check to provide for the home, and maybe the brother or the husband or the man is bringing in a check, but nothing compared to what this woman is bringing, what happens? Listen to what this man of God is saying, and then just let us discuss afterward. Tell me if he's making sense or not. Have a look at this.
What happens when a wife makes more money than her husband? Does it mess up the marriage or does it make the marriage better? Well, recent studies show that this dynamic can cause a lot of issues. Some women become more controlling when they're the primary breadwinner, and some men feel insecure or even resentful and start questioning their role as the head of the house. So how do you keep peace and harmony in your home when the wife brings home the bigger paycheck? Now, I've counseled many couples on this issue, so let me give some advice. First to the wives and then to the husbands. For the wives, number one, always respect your husband. He may earn significantly less than you, but he is still the man you vowed to love and honor. So don't let a bigger paycheck turn into a power struggle. Number two, celebrate him as part of your success. Brag about him, give him credit where credit is due, and make sure he knows he's a part of your success. Number three, talk in terms of we, not me or mine. In other words, refer to the money you earn as our money, not my money. Your financial success should feel like a win for both of you. All right, now for the husbands. Number one, let go of the pride and stop tripping. Her making more money doesn't make you any less of a man. So don't allow her increased net worth to decrease your self-worth. Number two, be her biggest cheerleader. Your wife needs to hear that you are proud of her, so don't let insecurity stop you from giving her the praise she deserves. Remember, it's not about who makes the most money. It's about the two becoming one flesh, even in your finances.
Okay, people of God, you've listened to the video clip. Who believes that this man of God, what he said there first? Let's look at the woman. Is it okay? Do you guys believe that a woman can bring in the bigger paycheck, can be the one to really sustain the family and still hold respect for her husband? Let's be honest here. Are you a woman out there and you are the one that brings in the bacon? Probably your husband is the house husband. Just like the way we have housewives, we can have house husbands. He is the one that takes care of the children. He is the one that cooks. He's the one that stays at home. And you are the one that is out there making the money, and then you bring the money. Do you bring in that check and give it to your husband, or do you run the affairs of the house simply because you are the one making the money? Is he still the man of the house, or do you tell him to shut up because his role is to take care of the children, cook, clean, and be the house husband? This is questions that we need to really understand. I think, personally, I think a lot of women, and I agree with this man, a lot of women struggle with this. When the man is not making enough money, I mean, it's a different game altogether if both of you are bringing in a huge check, if both of you have got businesses. It doesn't matter whether this month, you know, the man's business has brought in, 50,000, pounds or dollars or shillings. And then the following month is brought 35. That's business for you because the following month it could bring 100. So the wife could be doing also business, and the business could be bringing in here. So if you are talking of businesses that are successful, that's very different. But we are talking about here of when a woman is the one that is really maintaining the home. Does that respect remain there? It is very hard. It is very hard because the woman would always feel like as if she is the one to call the shots because she is the one maintaining that family. She was married by you, but she is now running the affairs of that home. She is supposed to be taken care of, but she is the one taking care of the husband and the children. So many are times that unfortunately, as much as this woman would want to be the neck and allow you to remain the head, it becomes very difficult because this order of God does not change. The man is supposed to be the one taking care of the husband, and that is why men are the one to marry the woman, not the woman to marry the man. God presented Eve to Adam, but not Adam to Eve. The man was supposed to be the provider. He must remain the provider. When the roles change, things can be very difficult. Now, are we saying that in this current day and age that a woman cannot be making more money? No, that's not what we are saying. On the contrary, she can make more money. But here is my suggestion that even when the woman is making more money, she needs to remain humble, like what this man of God has just said. She needs to remain humble and understand her place in the relationship, that she will always be the neck, and that her husband, regardless of bringing in the smaller check, uh, he is still the head, and that the head will always be the one leading. She has to submit under the authority of this man. And the man's job role is to love this woman and uplift her. Now, what happens when it comes to this issue of money? When this issue of money comes in handy, I believe that the man is supposed to take this huge check and put it together with his own check and make that money sit in one pot and run the affairs of that home, run the affairs of that family. That is what he's supposed to do. That is what the man is supposed to do. But if the man feels intimidated, feels threatened, feels inadequate, feels belittled because God has not blessed him or the works of his hand to a level like how God has blessed the works of his wife's hand, then he becomes something else. Then the roles will change. This is what happened in Israel during the times of Judges, when God could not get a man who was ready to become a judge in Israel. And Deborah had to come up, and she became a judge in Israel. Uh, I feel and I think it is important for men to understand their position in God and just be that individual. Take control of that situation. Run with that vision. Hello. You cannot afford to be intimidated. You cannot afford to feel threatened. You cannot afford to feel like as if, what if she, Mm-mm. Get the check from your wife. Say, baby, this is what we are doing in this house. This is the vision of this house. This is what is happening. That woman will love you. That woman. The only other problem that could happen there if the woman is working with the enemy. Because if she's not on the same side with you, if she's not a God fearing woman and she allows the enemy to creep in and she becomes big head and she becomes this woman that feels that I am the one that is supposed to be wearing the pants. My husband is supposed to be wearing the knickers because he brings in very little. Then that marriage, that relationship, that family is finito. It's finished. There is nothing to talk about. You might as well just to start to intercede. You might as well just go launch deep into prayer because that relationship it's on its way out. Soon as a woman start to think from this mindset, that is a difficult issue. That is a mountain that you need to climb as a man because you ain't gonna tell that woman nothing because she now sees herself as a goddess of that home and she sees you as nothing but an individual that is probably there to, sad to say, wash her knickers. Mm. So I think this is a topic that is quite sensitive. That as a man, you must know who you are. As a man, you must never feel inferior. As a man, you must never stop to support your wife. You must never stop to support her dreams and aspiration. You must never stop to support that company, that vision, that job, that entrepreneurship that is coming out of this woman and let it grow huge. Let it become international, even as you are there, because her success is your success, is your family's success. But you must remember to know your role. You must always roll as a lion of that house. You must never lose focus that you are the husband and not the wife. As a man, you must always know that you are the person that God gave that family to be the head and not the neck. End of it. You can never feel threatened. Don't start feeling, oh, my wife is now traveling abroad. Oh, she's not home for a week. Oh, she's not. If she is into such businesses and she has to travel around the world to bring in this, to rake in this money and all that, sadly, that is what it is. You are not going to have her there every other day because such are the roles that she is playing to get in that business. But never forget, when that money comes in, you must be the one to take authority of saying, okay, baby, this is where I want you to expand. Go to India, go to China, do this, buy gold, buy this, buy this. I want this to happen. The vision could have been hers even before you met. Probably she was an entrepreneur. Maybe she had her own business. But when you come together, you merge that together and you start running with it. Running with it. You pray together, of course, you work together, you see things together. Of course, you don't come as a husband and say, I want to change a lot of things, because if the business was already set up when you met and it was becoming successful because of the model or how the business was working, now you want to come and change. The business was for goats and the milk. Now you want to come and bring pigs, and the vision and the strategy was not for pigs. The business is going to go down. Now when this business go down, you are going down, your family is going down. So the idea is not really come and try and bring in your man, whatever he's doing here, and you want to bring your ego there and say, I'm going to change everything here and then make the business flop. No, 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 no. It's to come and support that business, but run with it. Yes, a smart man is not going to try and bring the business down, but try and expand the business even as you run with it and help it to become big. Anyway, the hardest part of this is the sisters, that you must remain the wife. You must remain the woman. You must remain the neck. It's not easy. It's a very hard thing, especially when you are the one ringing and making all these phone calls and doing all these paychecks and dealing with all these people. You must never forget that how you deal with your business associates at work, how you deal with your managers, how do you deal with the CEOs, because you sit at the president's desk and at the president's position, how you deal with all these other people, that happens at work. When you come home, your husband is a king. When you come home, your husband runs that home. He runs your relationship. He runs your marriage. He is the order of God upon your life. He is your king. Matter of fact, you must call him Lord. Sarah reverenced Abraham so much. She loved Abraham so much that she called him my Lord. So you are not different. So do not let your womanhood, ego, all these things that some crazy, ladies get into, and you are sucked into this power struggle, and you think now because I'm the one, bringing the money in, he has to start smelling my shoes. He has to be putting my knickers on, as I stand there because I'm the one bringing the money. No, 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 no. You're going to lose your marriage. You're going to lose your godliness in you so quick, you will not believe it. And believe you me, in most cases, if you become like that, that which was working will start to disappear, because God is the one who sustains, who grows. He's the one that gives increase. And when he's removed from the equation, when he does not sit on the apex, things will start to fall apart. There's a great African writer, the late Chinua Achebe. He said, he wrote a book about when the center cannot hold anymore, things will start to fall apart. God must always remain God. And the order of God is that your husband will always be your husband. So women, ladies, just because you're bringing these dollars, all these millions of dollars, don't grow horns. Just remain submissive and God will take you places. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you find us on Facebook and TikTok, please do not forget to follow our pages. And certainly if you find us on YouTube, please subscribe. Share this message. Give us your comment. What do you think? Do you think women, when they have a lot of money, when they make bigger checks than their husband, do you think they are okay? Do you think the relationship will work, or do you think it's going to be the other way? Better yet, what do you think when men get to understand or get to know that they are bringing in less check? They are not the one providing the bacon. It is actually their wife. Do you think they feel intimidated? Do you feel they think threatened? Do you think they still hold themselves as the visionary, the man of the home? Share with us. Now see you on my next video.